A dry spell is making its way through the Great Lakes region, followed by thunderstorms and maybe even some snow. Howdy everyone, the time is 4:32 p.m. and it is April 11th. Welcome to another update from Great Lakes Weather. This right here is a shot from Van Wert, Ohio. There's a windmill farm out there that is pretty active when on windy days, but we saw a little bit of weather last week down in western Ohio. Thanks to all those who had the opportunity to check things out and join. We might actually see some more thunderstorms down there later on this week. Now, the question is, will they pack some severe potential? That remains to be determined. But I'm going to go over basically what is causing this really strange dry spell that is occurring across the region. And then I'm also going to be talking about what we're going to be expecting with this upcoming low pressure system, the first off the round of potential thunderstorms we could have, and then also the snow, particularly for places such as northern Indiana and western Michigan, is being shown on the models. Now, I expect that it'll probably change. They'll probably warm up a little bit, but still, any sounding this late in April of snow, people get concerned about. So we're going to get right to it. Let's dive right in with the latest on the weather hazards across the Great Lakes region. So first of all, you notice this right here, these tan areas that you see actually indicate the potential for fire conditions. Okay, so this is a fire weather watch that's in place for tomorrow afternoon through Wednesday evening. All right, so if I click on this, you can see that the low relative humidity is going to be as low as 22%. A relative humidity as low as 22% indicates that it is very dry air, and since there's not much moisture content in the air, you're going to have some fire potential that could spread pretty quickly because there's nothing really to inhibit fires from spreading, especially with the winds that are going to be coming out of the southwest, 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts up to 40 miles an hour. There have actually already been some little brush fires that have been needed to be contained across western Michigan, northern Indiana today, and this is Tuesday. So it is going to be pretty dry out there, even in Ohio as well. Ohio is actually going to have lower relative humidity out in that region, so it's something to keep in mind. Fire burning may be discouraged during that time period when we have that set up, and then you also have red flag warnings out west. We're in a very dry air mass at this current point. All right, so if you look at the latest relative humidity chart, this is for Wednesday right here. Okay, currently there is a high pressure system that's kind of just stagnated over our area. This is actually the setup that typically causes heat waves in the summer, so it's something that's happening in the spring at this moment. You got a high pressure system that's just kind of sitting and not really going anywhere at this current moment, and over the eastern part of the United States. You can tell where that dry part of the air mass is, and it's actually, you notice that going around this low, you can kind of see the winds are going out of the east on the southern end of it, and then the south, and then shifting southwest as it goes up inland. That is drawing that heat from down towards the equator, okay, so that region. So that's where you're getting that warmer air from the ocean pole of the eastern winds, and then the southern pole from the Gulf. You're getting those warmer temperatures as a result of that. But the air is drying out as it gets out into this area, and it is also drying things out, and which is much needed for our area because we've had a decent amount of rain as a result of the series of thunderstorm and severe weather outbreaks we've had over the past couple of days. So this is Thursday. I think Ohio is actually going to be a bit more drier than other places. So Ohio, may want to keep watch for burning as well, but northern Indiana and much of Michigan is under that fire weather alert at this current moment. So just keep in mind, watch your fires, have a hose handy or something that you can protect your brush with which honestly you probably want to burn it, but don't want it to spread. So let's look at exactly what's going on in the models. I want to pay attention to Saturday because Saturday looks like there could be some thunderstorm potential. So here's that high pressure system that's just stagnated out towards our area. You have this high pressure region sitting here centered around the Carolinas, this valley here. You have a lot of moisture dumping on the southern edge of it, and then as it goes up to the north, you don't really have as much moisture content in the atmosphere. So that high pressure is going to slowly begin to drift off to the east, okay? But it is going to continue with us through Thursday into Friday. Our temperature is going to get up close to 80 degrees some of the days, especially the farther south you are. It'll probably get even a little bit warmer than that. But the air's going to be dry. It's not going to be humid, so it's not going to be like painful heat. It's probably going to be more of a comfortable heat type of deal, you won't really have to worry about not being able to keep cool because the air will be nice and dry. But as we get into Friday, notice high pressure system beginning to form over Oklahoma, Kansas. You kind of see that starting to set up. And look at the convective initiation that's going to go on with this. The SPC has issued a day 4 outlook for this already, where the potential there could be for some severe weather out here. You get a sounding out here showing marginal tornado potential, but farther south in Oklahoma, you get a sounding in that region, still also showing that set up for severe weather. There is going to be a little bit of a capping inversion, which may inhibit severe weather development out there in Oklahoma. But again, this activity could potentially develop. It will dissipate before arrival in the Great Lakes region. And then notice this low pressure system will still continue to move towards our area by Saturday afternoon. What possibility exists that there could be a little bit of convective initiation out ahead of it associated with that frontal boundary connected to it. But the question is, will it reach severe potential? Chances are pretty low. Now notice, this is a sounding from southern Indiana. There is no cap. There's cape values of about 960. Not much storm relativity, but you do have some directional and speed shear in the atmosphere. It is showing that there is a little bit of marginal tornado potential. Again, storm relativity is pretty low, not really capable of producing a strong tornado event, it looks like. So that's going to move through into parts of Ohio early Saturday morning as well, or Sunday morning, Sunday morning about 1 a.m. And you can see that there is a cap. It is not really going to look like there's going to be much strength that the storm can draw off of. Now, interesting thing though, eastern Ohio, you might see some severe weather Sunday afternoon. Looking at the latest models, doesn't look super good, but there is a potential that there could be some convective development ahead of this front as it goes towards the mid-Atlantic region. So eastern Ohio, you might want to just keep an eye out Sunday afternoon. Could be a little bit of thunderstorm activity connected with this on Sunday, so just keep that in mind. But it's going to move through the Great Lakes region, and then look at that wonderful color of blue that comes in Sunday afternoon into northwestern Indiana and Chicago. There might actually be a wintry mix. Now, I don't think it's probably not going to accumulate because now the ground is starting to warm up and it's probably not going to be able to stick. But you do notice that there's going to be a little bit of snow. Snow accumulations probably will be minimal, if at all. But you do see that this low pressure system sort of stagnates over our area as well and allows for more snow to continue to form and kind of flow into our region. Now, I think it's probably going to be more along the lines of a wintry mix, but that is currently being shown on the models. Temperatures, they do show getting close to freezing that evening. Okay, so there still could be some snow falling. The question is, will it accumulate? Probably not. Okay, so keep that in mind. There could be snow Sunday, even into Monday as well. It's also being shown on the GFS model that there could be some snow development as well. But keep in mind the ground level is going to be warm, so there will, if any accumulation, there will not be much. Okay, so, but yes, we are not out of the woods with regards to the snow just yet. So, good thing to keep in mind. Even northern Ohio and northwest Ohio could get on the action into Tuesday as well. So keep that in mind. Let's look at the Euro model, a more regional view. We're going to fast forward quickly to about Saturday. Okay, here's Saturday at 12Z, which is 7 a.m. our time. You do notice the Euro is actually hinting at a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. They don't look like they'll be strong at all. Very low wind speeds across the entirety of the area, and I don't think those will be very strong storms. Then you see them start to move in by 7 p.m. on Saturday. Get a sounding out by Chicago. Still not showing a decent setup for severe weather. And you notice it kind of organizes into a little bit of a line by Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Thunderstorms could potentially develop there and kind of move in. General thunderstorms does not look severe at this point. The newest models do definitely hint at a lower chance of severe weather. Western Ohio, again, still not very strong directional or speed shear with this. There is the potential for a little bit of thunder and lightning, but it doesn't really look that strong. But it'll move along with this low pressure system. And then on the backside, again, there's that snow that could potentially move into parts of the region. And the wintry mix, even as far south as maybe even Urbana, could see some wintry mix as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see that. But that is that is what is currently forecasted by the current models, and then watching Friday for more convective development. Not this Friday, but next Friday for more convective development. Looks like a little bit more of a decent severe event if it materializes as we get into that time period. But as you go forward, it looks like we'll have to wait for the more short-range models to pop up and get an idea of what exactly is going to happen there. But that's pretty much all I wanted to update you on. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful and informational. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all the weather information. Also, one thing that you can do, I just opened up a new text notification system for Great Lakes weather. You can text at GLWX, the at symbol, and then GLWX to 81010. That will give you updates when they are available. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.